Alrighty, how we doing, guys? Welcome to Sunday. Let's get into it. Let's just do it. I'm ready. Yep, not running short on vintage driving nats. We gotta start on them. Been pretty quiet here. COVID lockdown still going in the state. I don't think it's finishing up until about the 22nd of March. Today's the 3rd. I ended up getting groceries delivered online because people are trash and just ignoring the social distancing rules when I'm out and about. So fuck 'em. The second I can find a place that delivers gardening supplies online, like seeds and shit, I'll be sorted. I won't have to leave the house. I'll be a happy boy. Yeah, not much happening news-wise either. Had a quick look at the leaks for Last of Us 2, and I'm just like, who cares? I'll watch it when it's on fucking YouTube. Like, usual thing. Full playthrough, no deaths, that sort of thing. Sexual harassment. Yeah, these are a bit different from the normal fare. It's not quite, like, plugging the candy bar sort of thing, is it? Oh, it's actual, like, products, maybe. Is it? Yeah, drive-in promo, 60s and 70s. Okay.
Famous recipe of herbs and spices. Our barbecue is still slow simmered in our secret sauce to perfection. And just like always, James River Smithfield Barbecue is good enough to be a great snack, hearty enough to fill a pioneer's appetite. You'll understand why John Smith stayed in old
canned beef and pork.
The best thing about this tradition is we make it quick
sure it's
and
delicious
easy for you. Be sure to visit our concession stand now for James River Smithfield Barbecue.
Oh, so they're like
You were interviewing a stomach.
And you've seen this one before.
As a stomach?
Like,
oh boy, it was humdrum. I mean, until what's his name discovered Tony's Pizza.
Tony's Pizza?
Yeah, I was suffering from the pizza cravings until Tony's came along. Crispy crust and zesty sauces. Wow.
And so now, what's that?
Another pizza craving. Just thinking about Tony sets it off.
Oh, where are you going?
He's going to get a Tony's Pizza.
Yeah, I haven't been up to much else. Just trying to play a bit of Elite Dangerous to get bounties and bonds for maybe, because he's got a copy now, but he's stuck with like the beginner ships. So I'm like, I gotta pimp him out, get him up to something decent. I actually missed out on a mission this morning. I slept in until 12, and that's when the deadline was for a certain one I was about to finish. That's alright. I got a couple other mates who've gotten back into it, because one's flat out and one's off. Been off for like the last 7 weeks. So they've been playing a bit. One of them told me they get made like 220 mil off low temperature diamond runs, so I might have to go do some mining. But, otherwise, a bit of arc. Still trying to pull a little bit of footage for these intro videos. They're on the way. They're just, I'm probably going to have to put what I've got together and maybe just like pull some game footage off stream to kind of fill in the blanks. But yeah, I've got to get I sort of need a decent idea. I haven't quite got a storyboarded in my head for like frame by frame. I have to listen to the actual song I'm doing it with for a bit more.
So if you don't want our company ever anywhere, just like pick him. See what I mean? Bye.
Pick is on sale at the refreshment stand.
Why were you standing next to it, you idiot? I was trying to kill you. It did the job too. And yeah, we did this one too. Had it on its own. Psychedelic one for all those fucking drug addicts through the 60s and 70s. It's fucked too. Wouldn't be surprised if it's like the same animation company or people that worked on Yellow Submarine or something like that. Got that sort of style to it. Maybe it was just a popular style at the time. I'm not really 100% 100% sure on that. That. Oh, we got that. And these are for Pepsi of all things, so this is, you know, mainstream media putting this shit together. They, a little bit different. But yeah, what have we got lined up tonight? More Japanese ads. We have to ration our video power intake. I am running out of episodes, and I haven't really found something that's equal to it besides Funhouse, and we're saving Funhouse to the end. We do have a few more episodes of that tucked away. More training videos, more Japanese ads.
For your convenience, we have an attractive refreshment stand with a parade of items to tempt your taste. Hot buttered popcorn, golden good and fresh from the popper. Your favorite candies, wholesome and rich and full of flavor. Ice cream and other good things to eat. Plus, ice cold.
God, that would have taken at least, like, you know, if that's stop motion, that would have taken about 3 to 5 months to put together, I imagine.
With a Coke at our convenience stand right now.
I'm sorry, Pink Hand, what are you up to? I didn't notice it was strumming the guitar. All I could see was a Pink Hand going like this. Sweet icy treats. I'll just put things on break. No. Just kidding. Channel itself seems to be going well, getting a few subs here and there. YouTube's, Twitch is going okay. But yeah, haven't really, well, I don't really look at news anymore, it just irritates me. You just sort of hear things on the grapevine, and yeah, wasn't even anything that exciting that happened this week, to a degree. Oh, apparently, no, the older guy that was the admin dude in Scrubs, Sam Lloyd, passed away, apparently. Yeah, it wasn't away. He was apparently Christopher Lloyd's nephew as well. But yeah, young too, like 56, I think. Bit of a bugger. It's a little sad, like, it's the only news I care about, just famous people dying. Nothing else really concerns me all that much.
The snack bar special for Coca-Cola, peanuts, hot dogs, ice cream, candy. That's the snack bar special for Coca-Cola, peanuts, hot dogs.
I don't know, it seems easy to just have a little bit of quiet time.
Snack bar, things go better with Coke.
I can see one viewer in the stream, but it might just be me from when I was watching on my phone.
To pause and refresh at the snack bar. During this short break, you
Maybe
can
everyone
get
just
your
wants
taste
the
of
quiet
good
time. I
food
don't
and
know.
sparkling cold beverages, including delicious Coca-Cola. If you're hot dog hungry, we have them. Sizzling, juicy hot dogs served in warm, oven-fresh buns. Plus a complete menu of all your favorites. Visit the refreshment center now. Enjoy delicious food and ice-cold Coca-Cola.
There we go. Oh yeah, found some ads for Darkstalkers of all things.
Capcom presents.
Terrible early, late 90s, early 2000s animation. Oh, full live action Mario, yes please. Woot. This is probably when it was on console, I suppose. Yeah, PlayStation.
Capcom.
There you go. Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, I suppose there's a shit ton of room to put more Capcom-related things into Monster Hunter. Was that just... Oh yeah, just different cut. And yeah, like most people, I'm shit at fighting games, but I just like the aesthetic of certain ones, and Capcom, yeah, Capcom games are pretty good with that.
Capcom presents
Wasn't really anything different in those ones, just slightly more cheesecake from Cosplay Morgan next time.
ちょっと行ってこうぜ。どこ？ゲームセンター。行かないよ。どうして？あれだよな。あれ。
この小さな IC がとてつもないゲームソフトを誕生させてしまった。立体映像ポリゴンによる動きはまるでアニメーション。
I'll be honest, it never ran that good on the original SNES. Never ran that fucking smooth. It was pretty abysmal frame rate. You can get it like that if you do CPU and Super Effects chip overclocking in the emulator, but that's about it.
よし、やるぞ。ゲームスタート。
And yeah, I just saw the thumbnail for that. I'm like, okay.
パーティー最高。家族。任天堂ゲームキューブマリオパーティー5。ホットマリオ。
Yep, the millionth Mario Party game.
Punch.
Oh yeah, Wii ones as well. Yes, you too can be Kenshiro from Walker on the Bed.
Nawatobi. Migaku. Wii de Party. Mario Party.
Polish my chain chump, indeed.
Your other shift duties.
Oh, here we go.
We'll
First
begin with
video.
your second shift duty, greeting and serving guests.
Good evening. Fried enough to eat today?
Boy, I'll say.
Well, that's great. Would you care for some ham or beef?
A little both, I think.
All right.
Making
Look at
friendly
that sweaty
conversations
boy.
like this
Jesus.
is a big part of greeting and serving guests. At
Okay,
other
so I've
buffet
never
style
heard of
restaurants,
Old Country
guests
Buffet,
often
but
feel they're on their own. Once they
selling
pay
me on
for the
quality
meal,
already.
no one pays
Holy
much attention.
fuck, that woman's huge.
At Old Country Buffet,
Well, that man's very
we work hard
small.
to
I
make
don't know.
sure our guests never feel that way. As a carver, you spend a little more time with guests and other team members. That means you have a great chance to make them feel welcome and appreciated.
Oh, you're
By greeting the guest warmly and holding brief conversations as you serve them, you say to our guests,
whole point of being a
"We're
chef's
glad
usually,
you're
or
here."
just most
Let's take a
hospitality
closer
jobs
look
is
at
not
greeting
having to
guests.
deal with customers.
Every
Once
conversation
you're
you hold
serving
with guests should
specifically.
begin something like this.
Good evening.
Or,
Hi, how are you?
once you've greeted the guest, start a brief conversation. Try asking a question the guest can answer in a sentence or two. You might ask something like this.
Is it still hot out there?
Or this.
We're in Minnesota,
Did you
you
catch a game
idiot. Of
last
course
night?
not.
Or this.
Have you tried the lasagna? It's my favorite.
Don't forget to hold quick conversations with our younger guests, too. Children often play a big part
God,
in deciding
here we go.
which restaurant their parents visit. We want them to feel welcome and special here, too. So start conversations with children by saying something like this.
What grade are you in at school?
Or this.
Have you decided what dessert you're going to have?
Have you ever
Or
seen a grown man
Do you like
naked?
hot fudge sundaes?
Once you've held a brief conversation, it's time to move on to the second half of this shift duty, serving the guests. Begin by asking,
Would you care for some ham or beef?
Ham, please.
once guests have chosen what meat they want, you'll carve a slice of it.
One
Exactly
fucking
what
slice.
size of slice you will serve will be a judgment call on your part, unless the guest makes a special request.
Oh, for fuck.
We
Really?
don't limit the can have. We do,
Huh.
however, manage it to reduce waste. Here are some guidelines for knowing how much meat to serve a guest. When your guest's plate has very little on it, carve a full cut. Lay it over the bare portion of the plate. Children usually prefer smaller portions. Carve them a smaller cut. Place it on an open section of the plate.
Now you keep that beef coming, baby.
If your guest's plate looks like this, quarter cut or a half cut of the meat the guest requests.
Oh, so it's
Sometimes
proportional
guests
to how
will
much
tell
is
you
on the plate.
exactly what size
Okay.
of cut or number of
Unless
pieces they
ask.
want.
Yeah, right.
Other guests will ask you to carve a slice thicker than our usual dime width.
Oh, the video's
These guests all feel they're getting more when getting a thicker cut. Actually, the thin cut ensures them a tender piece of meat, which is why we carve dime thicknesses. If a guest asks you,
"I'd like a half-inch slice of that roast beef, please,"
say something like this.
I'd be glad to carve you that. Thinner slices are more tender, though. Would that be all right? You can always come back up for more.
Okay.
Of course,
you're going to
if
shill
the
the
guest
thinner
insists
slices.
on a thicker slice, honor the request.
Yeah.
No matter what the topic of your conversation has been, or what size slice you've served, you will end each guest contact with the same
I got corned
phrase.
beef.
How's that for you?
Over the
That's
weekend.
fine.
I didn't end up cooking it, but
Asking how's
I have
that
to
makes
during this
sure
week. It
guests
has
are
been
happy with
fucking
the slice they
cold
receive.
in
If
Melbourne
they're not,
lately.
or if they also want a slice of a different meat, you can correct the situation promptly. Guests will sometimes ask you questions about the food we serve and how we prepare it. To be ready for these questions, make the most of opportunities to learn about our menu items. If you are asked a question you can't answer, find someone who can answer it. The nearest manager is usually a good place to start.
He's just
Your
like,
third shift
fuck, I
duty
got
is
no idea
maintaining
what's
the
going on,
carving
mate. Don't
station.
ask me.
As you carve and serve meats, your station quickly loses the
And you're
cleanliness
actually
and
expecting,
appeal
oh
it had
yeah, I
when the
suppose
restaurant
health and
opened.
safety. You gotta wear the
Throughout
gloves,
your
but
shift, you
seems
will
a bit
complete
unnecessary.
routine cleaning and maintenance tasks to return your station to its original appearance. Here are some of the tasks you'll complete.
They probably changed it too,
Wipe
because
grease
yeah,
from the carving
like,
board with a paper towel.
you'd be better off using
Grease and
disposable
meat
gloves
scraps
rather
spoil
than
the
a bloody
appearance of your station.
full
Wipe
male
them
bloody
away
glove.
frequently.
The male ones.
Discard the used paper towels in the wastebasket immediately. Keep the wastebasket in a spot that is... Then, wipe the carving board, front board, and stainless steel surfaces with a clean, sanitized towel. In between groups of guests, to wipe your carving knives and chef's forks with your clean, sanitized towel. Keep an eye on the walls, mirrors, sneeze guards, and floors around your station to make sure they stay clean. If they aren't, use the time between guests to clean them.
Really
Or
expect to
spills
clean up.
immediately by
spills, obviously.
guarding the area personally or putting up a wet floor sign until the spill can be cleaned up. Damp mopping the area with hot, soapy water, and leaving the wet floor sign in place until the area is completely dry. Be sure to wash your hands after performing every cleaning task.
Yeah, maybe take your glove
Rinse
off as
out your
well, 'cause
towels
you gotta be
frequently in
handling meat with
sanitizing
that.
solution. Towels that aren't sanitized frequently not only are unappetizing to look at, but they also leave streaks on the stainless steel. Maintaining the carving station includes maintaining carving knives. To keep your
Not
knives
sharp.
sharp and ready to carve, you use a grooved steel rod called, appropriately, the steel
Oh,
doesn't
I'm
actually
sorry, a
sharpen
what?
the knife. It hones it by
Oh,
aligning
yeah.
microscopic burrs on the edge of the blade. After cutting about 10 to 15 slices of meat, you will notice that your knife isn't cutting as easily as it was when it was first sharpened. It's then that you'll use the steel to restore the knife's edge. Here's how to use the steel. Note that the
steel.
process is described for right-handed carvers. If you are left-handed, reverse the process. Before you start, put a carver's protective glove on each hand.
Oh, both hands?
Hold the steel
Really?
in your left hand. Hold the steel so the point is up. You will keep the steel's tip up throughout this process.
Yep.
Hold the
Keep that
knife
tip
in your
up.
right hand.
And
Place
sexy
the
thoughts.
blade of the knife at the base of the steel on the side furthest from you. The cutting edge should be facing up. Blade up the steel, working left to right. Make sure the entire blade is drawn across the steel. Next, blade of the knife at the tip of the steel on the side closest to you. Again, the cutting edge should face up. Draw the blade down left to right. This hones the other side of the blade's cutting edge. Repeat this process several times on each side of the cutting edge. Draw the blade over the clean, sanitized towel lying on the carving counter. Do not hold the towel in your left hand. Your carving knives are sharp enough to slice not only through the towel, but all fingers. Remember, knives are never taken
It's
to the
funny
dish
with
room
somebody
for cleaning.
skips in it.
Once you have wiped the seal with your clean, sanitized towel, return it to its appropriate place. Your fourth shift duty is assisting when the guest flow is light. When there are no guests at your station and you're caught up on your own tasks, you'll assist line attendants. Your final shift duty is doing whatever it takes to take care of the guests.
Oh, dear.
At Old Country Buffet, serving guests is our #1 priority.
Look at the shine on his fucking
opportunities
forehead.
throughout your shift to lend a helping hand to our guests.
Sweating his ass off sitting next to the
Every
heat
time
lamp
you
all day.
offer that helping hand, chances are you increase guests' satisfaction with his or her visit. Before we leave your shift duties, let's take a minute or two to look closely at something you need to be aware of every minute you're on the job.
Oh, look out. What do we
Safety.
need to do?
As a carver, you work in an area with a high potential for accidents. Sharp knives, grease from the hand, and the rush of a busy shift can sometimes combine to create a disaster. That's why you need to always work safely.
What can go wrong, please?
Here are a few things to keep in mind.
I'll make this thing more exciting.
Treat your knives with respect. They are razor sharp, honed to an edge that cuts through meat with only a little pressure. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter to the knife if it's cutting through a ham or your finger. Don't grab for a falling knife. Let it hit the floor. In your haste to prevent it from falling, you stand a 50-50 chance of grabbing the blade, not the handle.
Yeah, clean and sanitize.
Take extra time and care when you're washing knives. When both your hands and the knives are wet, it's easy to slip if you're hurrying. Slow down and complete the job safely. Never place knives in bus tubs, Lexans, or sinks full of soapy water. Use only sharp knives. Believe it or not, dull knives are more dangerous than sharp knives.
Very true.
Because you have to work harder to get a dull knife to cut, the chances of cutting yourself or a guest are much greater. Finally, be aware at all times of where the
zoomed in
hands
close
are.
enough to see the actual
Without
fucking
realizing
name tag on
it, guests
Fred.
may move their hands in the path of your knife. Keep an eye out for this potential. In this video, we've examined your shift duties other than carving
Don't get
meat.
distracted by this
Your
large
shift
woman's
duties are the
bosom.
things you will spend the majority of your
This is
time
the
doing.
fucking third time she's been
Once
back,
again,
by the way.
Here are the shift
She's a
duties
hungry
we've
girl.
examined in this video segment.
Like
Greeting
Twitter.
and serving guests. Maintaining the carving station. Assisting line.
Oh, fuck, really? Oh, yeah, new Son of Sega to Centro ad.
いつもそれ何羽織ってるの？
父さん来い
What the fuck is he kicking?
じゃあな
Like you get the recap too.
セガなんて時代遅れだ
And yeah, I have a feeling that will be revealed to be the original Sega to Centro. And they haven't made it clear what they're building up to as well. Like, is it the biggest rumor is it's going to be the Saturn Mini, which seems weird. Like, seems smarter to do a Dreamcast Mini. There's probably better games overall on Dreamcast. Hell yeah! I finished this again the other day. Good way to knock over half an hour. Yeah, I realised. Yeah, I was surprised because I haven't seen... We've seen a lot of the Western ads for this, but not the Japanese versions. Oh, it was Super Mario 4 over there. Okay, cool. And yeah, went back to Japan thing, shits and giggles. Oh wait. Nearly forgot the subs. Put them subs on. Get them subs done. There we go. But yeah, check out Japan thing on YouTube. There's a big list of these, and they're all pretty good. They do have a Patreon if you want to donate as well. I really had to see this fucking thing naked. Yeah, righto. Concrete hydrogen. Mysterious super creature suddenly appeared in the fallen glass.
謎の超生物
Ah, live action assassination classroom. Cool. Where every student is in their fucking 30s. Potentially. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that one. Because Japan's had a big run, like last 5 or 6 years, of making live action versions of anime. Like, some have been good. I really like the Rurouni Kenshin ones, but a couple of them does. Yeah, like I was very surprised because Takashi Miike did one of part 4 of JoJo, and pretty boring. They did like 2 fights from the show, and that's about it. Yeah, they legit got up to like the Nishimura brothers, and that was it. That was it for the movie. This guy. Yeah, I'm not getting that out of my mind. Ugh. I still got no idea who that guy is. I see him in these.
最新 3D を身につけた。まだ世界の誰も知らないリアル体験を。
You know, it wasn't Maru, but you fly like one.
ニューハリーポッター&ザ・フォービドゥン・ジャーニー 3D。もう人生最高鳥肌。ユニバーサル・スタジオ・ジャパン。どうぞどうぞ。
Got these mobile episodes. It's fucking ridiculous. You watch, though, it's gonna be like this eventually. Oh yeah, the big one. Don't do that on the train, darling. You're getting molested, sure. Look at all these dudes. They're all covered in field. I'm at least happy because I'm fresh. Or idol groups that last for all of 6 months. Yeah, I will admit that too. Korean girls are hotter than Japanese girls. Japanese girls got like the cheekbones. And I'm guessing that's for the backpack strong body guys. Duh. Yes.
参考の柿の種をお使いチャレンジ。参考の海苔巻きもキャンペーン中。
All I called was like nori maki.
夢の詰め合わせでっかプリコ当たる。
And yeah, I still can't work out if they're meant to be ice cream or marshmallow. So we have seen a lot of ads for Capricorn now. Oh, yeah.
Morning shot. Morning shot.
Chips bowls like I ride Vespers. And this would have to be an actual band, surely. I have been impressed. One of them is playing a shamisen though. I wonder how long that lasts in the show. What's in? Oh, these, yeah, that was all. Ultraman. Okay.
Smart. Smart. Smart.
Shop Japan.
Yeah, I still love those ads.
香取君、さりげ
I
なく
do
この
miss the
質問
guy
してるつも
from
りなの
like,
か
the
な。
guy's called What? Okay, put that down.
めっちゃ見てんだけど。
Yeah, what was it?
Yeah,
Yeah, so I looked up the actual guy from the Wondercore ads, and he apparently is mid-2000s. They did a new Fist of the North Star thing, and he was actually Raoul for that. So I was very surprised by it. Has done a little bit of anime, a couple of shows, but nothing outstanding.
我が間合いに入った奴は斧ならば我が剣に任せよ
少女は待つ君
Oh,
の神
yeah,
の
I
一手
did
を
see something
ファン
that
トム・オブ・キュー
ファンキル
looked suspiciously like Fire Emblem, but no, they've apparently remade Final Fantasy Tactics for phones, like the PlayStation one. Oh, okay, so that's the I caught the opening theme for showing off my weebiness here, but that was in there was the opening theme for Quello Manji Mariko Magica, and I guess that was the actual group that did it. What the fuck are you? Yeah, go to Mantica when it's in autumn. Any weird ones in this one this week? Neither. A little bit disappointed. Hmm.
フレッシュカット茶葉が日本の紅茶を変えていく30年目の新午後の紅茶
めっちゃ勉強してんねんミンミンだはめちゃめちゃ残業してんねん強強だはゴーツめちゃめちゃ運転してんねん激強だは3タイプ選べるねんどないやねん飲まなあかんねんヘイ
髪のことでお悩みですか？誰？で、問題です。
That's
最近
more
髪を
like
失っ
it.
たものは愛、夢、腰。答えは腰。ヘアサイクルが短くなっているのかも。答えさせてよ。はいじゃなくて。怖い怖い。お医者さん。セルフチェックは AGA で。
I kind of like. I wish I was able to pick up Japanese quick enough to actually work out what they're saying for the for what's his face, the little improv bits they do. No idea.
1パット行こう1パット行こう1パット行こうアルコール 1% バタフライ
Ugh, light alcohol.
先生、
Ugh.
先輩にドキドキ止まらないです。
ドキドキが止まらない？こっちはさっきから箸が止まらんわ。この特急のぼせ号。はい。
青春は
I want to find out more about that.
日清焼きそば UFO
Yep. The guy on the right's definitely from Arashi. I think the guy on the left is as well. I must admit I haven't watched TV lately, so I don't know if they're still doing any episodes of versus Arashi or not. And what is...
好きだから戦える。東京モード学園栄養入学受付開始。
No idea what that was, but that was cool as fuck. It was like less fucked up fucking thing. You know what I'm talking about. Hey Chucky, that's fine.
ベトナムノイバイ空港この国の世界への玄関を作りながら俺は多分
And yeah, this is no idea what that involved, but anyway. And yeah, still finding Atari ads
like a real
that we haven't watched before.
Well, I am a corporate executive.
He stops exciting things from happening.
So what you doing? Well, Muffy, Buffy, Biff Jr. and I are going on our Sunday drive. Oh, no, you ain't. You're gonna play pole position!
Alright, no, that's clever. Yeah, look at those cutting edge graphics. Cutting edge for, you know, 82. Or 81 even, I think it was. Oh, I think they're cheating too and actually showing off the later iterations, not the 2600 version. Okay. Oh no, they're doing like an artist's rendition of it? Really hard to tell for quality. No, I legit think that might be like an animated version. Don't need any more skid marks, mate.
That'll be $62.75.
Fucking Seth Green.
You say plastic? Plastic. Master Plaster. Ching. The recover car.
As well as it, no, they made that joke on Robot Chicken that he dies and it's cha-ching is written on his gravestone. Because this was on the... Well, we've now found out not the earliest ad he's done, but one of the earliest.
Rallies has it right.
Yeah, I didn't see this one either. Yeah, a bit different. This sort of era, you'd half expect like a Last Starfighter style thing as well.
There's only one deciding factor: great taste. Pepsi, the choice of a new generation.
Oh, that sounds like Martin Sheen as well. There you go. Yeah, Vietnamese as well.
The universe is about to end.
What?
We need the orbital coordinates of 900 planets of the constellation of Castorberus in 17 seconds.
17 seconds.
16.
Constellation of Castorberus in how many seconds?
11.
Good interaction so far.
Yeah,
900 planets.
it's the shit Romana. The
900 planets in how many seconds?
First one was way hotter.
1 second, Doctor.
1 second. Well done, Prime.
Prime computer.
Not so loud.
Prime computer.
That's better.
So like early ASMR.
Do you like it?
Do I like it? I love it. Is it really a Prime computer?
Do you know about them?
Know about them. I've seen them on Gallifrey.
Oh wait, that's the whole thing. That's an actual fucking supercomputer. Look! Oh, look at that! This
Would you
tape
like to be
spinning.
introduced? It's terribly interactive.
Interactive? You mean immediate response?
Immediate.
Okay, Prime. How long's my scarf?
Well, it's not that impressive.
What? In 7 computer languages and 5 protocols?
Protocols?
Yes. That's how it talks to other computers.
It talks to other computers.
Well, of course it does. It's a Prime.
Get off my early version of the interwebs, thought. Masculine toxicity on the before the internet was even
I can
created.
increase the power of my Prime by 5 times in 111 seconds.
So this is only really marketed to like big business,
communications
isn't it?
instantly. I can design ships, run power stations, oil, gas. Where would the energy industry be without Prime?
Ask it how to handle a woman. Yes.
Oh, Prime.
Clever Prime.
If you can say that again.
Clever Prime.
Yeah, I forgot what actually happened to Romana.
Yes.
We know that you know the supreme
Has been a while
computer.
since I watched the Tom Baker
The
ones.
name, Doctor. We need the name.
Why should I tell you?
Turn on your monitor, Doctor.
What?
Don't tell them anything, Doctor.
Now, we know this is an incredible communicating system.
This is when the
It
marriage
understands
falls
all
apart and they get
industry
into
standard
bondage
languages. It
and
has a fantastic range of software
has to keep
solutions.
saving Romana
also
from
know
like
you can
pretend
easily increase its power.
villains.
I know that you come from Liprogopolis.
Very good, Doctor. No other computer could have done that. So now we know you have one. We believe it comes from Earth in the constellation of
That
Sol.
is gift worthy.
The name,
I haven't done gifts on this for a while.
Prime damn computer from the planet Earth. Just tell me why.
We just want to buy one.
Doctor, who were those people?
Oh, just some overexcited prime buyers.
Yes, encourage your buyer base to encourage your buyer base to commit crimes to get computers.
They say he stalks the old haunted mansion. They say he's looking for his girlfriend.
Oh wait, no, yeah, that's right.
Against the maggot-eating ghouls who took her is a 2x4. And you say you want.
So yeah, actual ad for Splatterhouse.
Splatterhouse. Buy a TurboGrafx 16 system now and get one of 38 selected games free.
Pretty fucking sweet. Yeah, we do have to go back to the, gotta do some more TurboGrafx 16, honey.
Now, along with that soft tortilla stuffed with 9 savory sensations, you can also enjoy a tasty, crunchy, regular taco for just 39 cents more. A 39-cent taco when you buy a Burrito Supreme and a medium soft drink at the regular price. Now that's an offer we just...
And yeah, for those not to know, that's William H. Macy from like Mystery Men and a couple other things over the years. I haven't seen him in much lately. He may have retired.
I love her.
And yeah,
I hate her.
Goodman,
she can eat anything and not gain a pound. Now she's drinking my Diet 7-Up because this taste test proved it tastes better than the other leading diet drinks. Great. Now people who can drink anything are drinking all the Diet 7-Up. Is that fair? There'll be shortages, rationing.
Want some ice cream, honey?
No thanks, dear. I hate her.
Only one taste of you so good.
Diet 7-Up.
It's fair enough considering how fucking fat John Goodman was. He has since lost it, but still.
It's the new Star Wars Land Speeder.
Wow, looks like it's floating.
No,
People are coming.
kids, stop breaking it. It's Kenner. It's mint condition.
Action figures each sold separately. The Land
Well, it's
Speeder
about, you know, 10 grand off the price.
Star Wars
Shit.
action figures R2-D2 and C-3PO fit right in back.
Hurry, they're dancing. Activate spring glide wheels. The Force goes with us.
I was wondering what that hole was on the back of C3PO.
Action figures each sold separately.
Oh, no. I thought they actually, like, slot in the back with, like, a little pad thingy.
Japan.
Yeah, this was something different.
Industrious workers put the Great Asian
Oh,
Tiger.
okay.
Where the bubble economy was first blown.
Yeah, so I'll point out this one. This is what we're doing instead of Video Power. This is, Japanorama. So yeah, little documentary series hosted by Jonathan Ross, UK TV radio presenter. And ever since I've seen this, I've been super jealous of him because he is a massive nerd. Like, impresses me how nerdy he is. I'll tell that story too. Like, what were we going with? Yeah, so I got married in Japan, like reasonably proper ceremony. I was very surprised because he was on the Big Fat Quiz in like the Sukajan, the bomber jackets you can get custom made over there, and it was a fucking Ultraman one.
Assault on the battleship of your senses, and I promise you, by the end of tonight's program, you will be begging for mora, mora, mora. Because tonight, we'll be looking at the Japanese maestros of science fiction and fantasy. And speaking as someone who is devoted to robots of all types and sizes, although I probably shouldn't speak that way about the management of the BBC, I can promise you a humdinger of a high-tech hootenanny. Kill you, Mr. Robot. Hello.
Yeah,
Japan is the land where science fiction becomes fact.
I'm wondering if his speech impediment's real or not.
But it also pervades the work of the country's media artists,
So it's always seemed fake
game
to me.
designers, animators,
Ooh, some
and
resin there.
filmmakers.
Gunbuster.
Yet the Japanese have a love-hate relationship with technology. It alienates them from the natural world they cherish and jeopardizes their very existence. This ambivalence is reflected in Japanese sci-fi. Sure, it looks and smells great, but such a bitter aftertaste.
There's the boy.
But let's start with some sci-fi where the only message is fun. Ultraman, Japan's biggest superhero.
Alright, so I am super jealous of Jonathan Ross because there's a fair few famous Japanese people he interviews for these. Like, some of my favorites in particular.
To be on the set of Ultraman Cosmos, the latest in the long-running series of Ultraman TV shows, which have been going in this country for about 36 years and are sold to over 50 countries around the world, but not, for some reason that escapes me, to the United Kingdom. What's wrong? What has Bob the Builder got that Ultraman is lacking? Could someone please explain that to me? Jeez. It was back in 1966 that the series first appeared on Japanese television. It featured a special agency called the Science Patrol that battled huge monsters. Each week, a member of the Science Patrol would mutate into a colossal superhero. Ultraman! And through the years, as monsters have continued to threaten our planet, Ultraman has always been there to save us. Ultraman is over 200 feet tall, though this impressive height is partially achieved by the use of miniature sets.
I still love how fucking cheesy these are.
Ultraman's only weakness is that his powers last for just 3 minutes. 3 minutes, crikey! Even Hearsay lasted longer than that. In over 400 episodes, at least 27 different Ultramen plus 1 Ultra Woman have saved us from over 350 monsters. Kazuo Mitsuda has been directing Ultraman since the 1960s. Mitsuda-san, I'm a big fan of Ultraman, so it is a great pleasure to meet you. Let me start by asking you, what do you think makes a good Ultraman fight? What do the fans want to see?
We get some ideas from watching pro wrestling and some from karate.
Oh yeah, that was a legit Ultraman
I
attack,
think that
wasn't it?
all fans expect the hero to win.
One of Mitsuda-san's earliest works was Ultraman vs. Aquila. Aquila looked a little bit like Godzilla. Are they related?
It was originally Godzilla. We didn't have enough budget to make a new costume. So we had to borrow Godzilla from Toho Film Company.
So as the new director, you had hand-me-down monsters, but you did a lovely job with it. I like the frill around his neck.
Yeah, no, that is legit.
Ultraman,
They've just done up a Godzilla costume.
And then use it like a cape.
Fucking serious.
Who would be tough?
That would have been the one from, you know, Godzilla vs. King Kong, the 60s ones.
Godzilla.
That is a difficult question. I believe that Ultraman is stronger.
Certainly Ultraman is better dressed. Do you have a favorite monster that Ultraman fought?
My favorite monster from Ultraman is Geronimon.
Wow, so that's Geronimon there. He looks like a very angry chicken.
I got his name from the head of the Apache tribe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a...
who is
yeah,
this
they've
guy?
just put more shit on the Godzilla costume.
It kind of looks like a kissing monster. Would kiss Ultraman to death. Mitsuda-san, this is the one I think is the scariest of them all, but I don't know why. Perhaps you can tell me who he is and where he's from.
This is Buska, a mutated iguana. I was the director for this series. Many people say that this monster model was me.
Now I know why you're wearing the cap. You're hiding the 3 bubbles, aren't you? Ah. Help me. Mitsuda-san, donma arigato gozaimasu.
But yeah, like, I'm jealous of the ones he's interviewed, but I'm also have a lot of respect, because, yeah, like, he's a massive fanboy. It's sort of his guilty pleasure, I guess.
Tsukamoto. This is Tokyo.
Tsukamoto-san is the director of Tetsuo, the Iron Man.
Oh, yeah.
In the cabin.
Yeah, also another one I really enjoyed. Definitely something you can't watch on YouTube.
The first time I saw Tetsuo back in 1988. I won't say I was disturbed, but let's just say I was still twitching madly several hours later. And
yeah,
those
so
were
like
the days when I used public transportation.
budget,
so you can just
all in black
imagine
and white, really good body horror,
Tetsuo
really
takes
well
place in a
done.
world where flesh and metal have merged, and the result is not pretty. Even the sex scenes are thoroughly anti-erotic.
Yeah.
For someone like me who loves technology with a passion, Tetsuo was a long, sharp shot.
I'd have to cut that bit.
Around
Yeah, I
about
might
that
have to
time,
watch through these
there
again
was a
and make sure
movement
there's
among writers and film
Diddy or anything
directors
like that.
called cyberpunk. For instance, Blade Runner by Ridley Scott or Videodrome by David Cronenberg.
Yeah,
In my
watched
case,
Videodrome
I
for a
wanted
while.
symbolically to depict the modern relationship between humans and technology. Tetsuo was a unification of metal and human flesh. The concept was to express anxieties within me that can't be explained in words. But I also wanted to make something erotic as well.
And what could be more erotic than a spot of DIY?
When a human
Little
turns
bit over
into
the
metal, I suppose his willy
I think
becomes
that's how it
metal as
actually
well.
started in the movie,
You
like
see, the
the
female audience gets scared.
yeah,
Because
like
often
actually got
women
off
are
by
the
putting
victims in horror
metal
films.
pieces in his
I wanted
body.
to use that.
Like it started
This was a
as
kind
a
of
fetish.
parody of the horror genre.
Tsukamoto continued his obsession with man and metal in the 1992 sequel, Tetsuo 2 Body Hammer. He shot
And
this
yeah,
one in
I have
colour
only seen
and
the
threw
first
in, by
one,
my
so I might
reckoning,
have to,
at least 30% more wires.
I'll have to watch more of that.
Humans and technology are getting ever so closely
thank you, John.
attached. It feels like technology is part of
Twitter
our
plug.
brain.
Tetsuo 2 ends when a mutated man tank destroys Tokyo.
Oh, spoilers.
The reason I want to destroy Tokyo, and also why I destroy Tokyo in my films, is I grew up in Tokyo, in an era of massive economic growth in Japan. I grew up in this concrete jungle. As I grew older and older, the buildings got taller and taller. In a sense, I feel quite attached to the skyscrapers. At the same time, though, I feel cramped by this overgrown concrete jungle. I have this desire to destroy Tokyo, this great city, make it back into a plain field, and play in it like I used to.
Yeah, I've always seen that. Like, there's always been that. Like, ever since the bomb dropped, the two bombs dropped in Japan. That's had like a huge influence
Well, that was
culturally
Tokyo. I see
in
you
like
later. Ta-ra.
a lot of media. Probably, yeah, most notable one would be Barefoot Ken, for sure. Pretty much semi-autobiographical, that
When
one.
you think of sci-fi video games, you might think of the lethal mech warriors of Steel Battalions, or the anime-inspired blaster Gun.
That was the one with the actual controller for it. And fuck yeah, Rez. Please don't content on ID me on the music.
Space Channel 5, in which you have to match an increasingly complex series of dance moves to save you and your pals from alien robots. The creator of Space Channel, as well as Rez, is Tetsuya Mizuguchi,
Oh, he did
Japan's
Space
teen
Channel 5
idol
as well.
game designer.
Okay.
I think it's the game is it's like the sponge.
Oh no, I've seen him do a
Space
GDC at
Channel
one point.
Jamborees, a real-life version of the curvy Oolala, Space Channel's funky heroine, undulates for fans. Some fans dress as Oolala, checking their J-phones for the latest Oolala news.
I will point out this was made in the early
The
2000s,
object
this
is to
series.
push the controller buttons and
So
mimic the
even
rhythms laid
Japanese
down by
text
your
behind
robot
a little bit.
masters. If you do it well, you save the hostage dancers and they join your team. One of Space Channel's biggest fans is a pretty mean dancer himself. Now a part of the game, he actually can heal the world with his space dancing.
We need to save our galaxy, Ulala.
Space Michael is the director of Space Channel 5. So it means that he's the boss of Ulala.
Are you ready?
That's really exciting, huh?
Let's dance.
Michael,
Shit,
slide
probably gonna
aside
get
for the
content
pop idol of
ID'd
the
on
new
that
millennium,
music too.
Mitsuguchi-san. what do Japanese manners hold in store for us in the future? Well, I could tell you, but I suspect my friends will get so angry they'd beat you to a pulp. So instead, just remember, to predict the future, you must first understand the present. So here's a Japanese etiquette lesson for you.
Oh yeah, these are a bit weird. Little interludes.
This week, we will be looking at how to enter a room.
Yeah, I might even skip these ones, just go to the actual articles. Yes, go back to Astro Boy, please. Back to Astro Boy. Oop. Get it right eventually. There we go.
The menu of Japanese sci-fi anime runs the gamut from sweet to sour. And perhaps the best of those extremes are Astro Boy and Akira.
Hell yeah. Good taste.
In the 1960s, a manga artist named Osamu Tezuka gave birth to a series that changed the face of anime, Astro Boy.
Yeah, David mentioned on Twitter that there's apparently a new DuckTales episode that's a big tribute to Tezuka's stuff.
To take his place.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure again. I've got the 80s series and watched that all the way through. I've got the 60s series there.
Astro Boy is programmed for good behaviour,
check that out
but he's
at some
no
point.
substitute for a child, and so the scientist sells him to the cruel ringmaster of a robot circus.
Oh no, not robot elephants that by rights we should be able to deactivate every
He joins the
time.
fight for interplanetary goodness. Astro Boy was the first Japanese anime to play overseas. It has heart, it has action.
And yeah, that's true. That used to play on ABC in Australia here. Probably mid to late 80s, I guess.
We've got reports of biker gangs fighting near the intersection of...
And yeah, did not see Akira until much later, till DVD started coming in.
It was Katsuhiro Otomo's 1988 feature, Akira, and it was certainly no Astro Boy.
I'm coming!
Set in a post-apocalyptic Tokyo, Akira is about a juvenile delinquent who's arrested by the military and made an experimental subject in a secret government program to replicate Akira, the human bioweapon that destroyed Tokyo. Packed with hyperkinetic chase scenes, Akira turns even bleaker when our hero accidentally causes Tokyo to be wiped out yet again.
Fucking spoilers again.
Yes, it's a bit grim, but hey, just look at all that exhilarating destruction. So what does the post-apocalyptic future hold? Benevolent boy robots or total annihilation? Let's hope it's a little bit of both. Well, we're well into our sci-fi extravaganza, so I thought I'd take a moment out to give you some information about the technological advances in robotics in this country and the kind of robots they're currently working on in Japan. Essentially, they're full of electronical stuff, and they're very, very cool. If you'd like to know more, I'm sure that's possible. Here's some of the great stuff we've got coming up for you.
Japanorama.
Coming up, animator Oshi comes out of his shell.
Oh yeah. So they're
Say hello to your
interviewing
future robot
Mamoru
masters.
Oshii, who did the first and second Ghost in the Shell movies.
And Tokyo's top tranny in a sci-fi sex film.
Oh, okay. Might have to skip that one. Yeah, might just do the Ghost in the Shell one and then skip on.
Who's the man? He's the man. Anime director Mamoru Oshii. Oshii's masterwork is Ghost in the Shell, set in the year 2029.
Her brain was hacked into
I'm trying to remember the live-action one he did.
Intelligence warned us about this. A hacker called the Puppet Master
Yeah,
has
shit, I
begun
can't
to
remember the name,
infiltrate
but
terminals
used to
throughout
play
our
on
network.
SBS a little bit.
The world is one huge database, and a renegade computer program is trying to transform into a living being.
What's with all the noise in your brain today?
Must be a loose wire.
Major Motoko turns detective when she discovers she's a mass-produced shell, and she must look for her ghost, or soul.
Oh yeah, I forgot some versions had the nipples, that's right.
Many claim this film, which was a hit in America, inspired The Matrix.
Yeah, I actually do remember getting that as a box set for DVDs. The anime distribution company here, Madman, they
Someone put a
did like a 3-box set of
studio,
movies that
but no one
inspired
read it.
the Matrix.
field
So
of
it was
animation in Japan
Ghost
is
in the
very
Shell,
different
Akira,
from the
and
American
Ninja Scroll
counterpart.
Those
No
are the
one
three
really
I had in
cares
mind.
about how much we sell, the stuff
And then
like
we
that.
got, you know, the Animatrix shortly
As
after.
long as we create things we want to create and do what we want to do, that's what we care about.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, skip past that a bit.
Humans, swamped by technology, in a world greater than them.
Technology frightens me, though it is also very important to me. I sometimes want to be a computer myself, but at the same time, I really get frightened by it.
In the final scene of Ghost in
And
the
fucking
Shell,
spoilers
technology,
again,
in a
for fuck's
sense,
sake,
devours itself.
I find that scene really erotic. That's what eroticism is. If I say this,
Yeah, I forgot
it might
about that.
sound
He's a
funny
bit
and
of a-
might give you the wrong idea.
bit of a
But
pervy boy.
self-destruction is what I find erotic. I'm totally
But I suppose there
satisfied
was
with
that too, because like the original manga for Masamune Shiro is definitely into the, yeah, bit of rude stuff in the original manga. Was that? Oh, this is the one I was thinking of.
Moving on. Oshii recently completed his first live-action
Avalon,
film.
that's the one.
Avalon. Avalon reverses the machine becomes human theme of Ghost in the Shell. In it, a video game fanatic devotes her life to reaching the highest level of a realistic battle game. When she gets there, she herself then becomes part of the game.
This is apparently what the next
Avalon is a
next patch for
representation of my
Escape from
fantasy
Tarkov's
world.
going to be like.
I'd love to live in a world like that.
Chick throwing up was basically slash after too many
I
shoeies.
employed everything that interests me in my life, such as dogs, computers, games,
And yeah, I remember he
guns,
had the
tanks,
Basset
and
Hound in
helicopters.
the second Ghost in the Shell.
There were 3 tanks used in the film. They went away on the 5th day of shooting. As they were taken away by a trailer, I felt like crying.
Oddly enough, a decidedly low-tech Basset Hound is the key image for this postmodern cyber extravaganza. The droopy doggy is Oshii's greatest passion, and he had to scour Poland, where Avalon was shot, to find a boot for the film.
Yeah, I forgot it was shot in Europe.
I see a lot of similarities between Basset Hounds and me. They are not in the mood for anything. All they think about is food. They are really relaxed and laid back. They are friendly and harmless, and live aimlessly. I love those
That looks
attributes.
fucking
I feel I'm a
terrifying.
reincarnation of a Basset Hound. But perhaps I just want to be a Basset Hound. I've got mixed feelings about that.
Alright, yeah, we might skip on because the other one might be a bit too naughty. Last segment.
Latham? Hello, Tinkerbell. The vision tells me you were back in the field. Know what you need?
Yes, 30 yards of dental floss garrote wire, a 12-bore pump-action stapler, and a 5-pound bag of your finest stun potatoes.
Oh, and the scuba trousers. Black. High cut. You've been away a long time, Latham. Here, your 4929.
Ingenious. What is it?
It's a Barclay card, Latham.
Yes. And?
Over here.
Ah, the mission.
No, the places that take Barclay card. Sign here.
A Barclay
I'm trying to remember if these ads
All you need,
were
Latham.
specifically were the inspiration for like
Back way out, please.
Ron Atkinson doing Johnny English. I'm not actually sure on that. But I somehow remember them being funny, and that one was a bit of a dud. And yeah, Jay Leno.
Give you more of what you're snacking for. More crunch, more cheese taste.
Missing the sleeves on his...
But
Oh no,
why
he's
take my
rolling
word
up.
for it when we have
Okay.
the Dennis family if we walk in New Jersey right here? Come on! Let's begin the test. First, plain potato chips. Now the Doritos. Which has more taste? There you have it. 4 out of
Which is
5
covered
Dennis
with more
recommends
processed
Doritos
garbage.
brand. Unbelievable cheese taste. One heck of a crunch.
フレッシュよちよち元気でちゅねほら今日もいっぱい
More weird Japanese ads. Just what we need.
かわいいうわいつもあなたに新しい M ダンジェシーのお悩み相談室
brother, やってる？
いらっしゃいませ。
what?
あんた東京の人？出張なの？出張なの？
なめんじゃないよ。私大阪生まれの大阪育ちやねんね。ブラザーこそどこね？どこね？
私も大阪人やねんね。はい、ビールねんね。
どっからビール出してんの？あ、温か
I've
い
seen
よ。
like the 3D animated porn that's like of high quality than this.
え、ブラザー忙しいの？
あなたと誓って忙しいね。早く帰ってアタック25見ないといけないね。
じゃあチコ1本。
コップコンか。
ねこれチコはじゃないよ。カニカマボコちゃん。カニカマボコちゃん。
いいかお前か。そう。
おう、カニカマボコが。
さあ次何食うね。私ちょっとイライラしてきたね。
せかさないでよ。とっても焦っちゃうよ。
いいからさっさとするね。
What the fuck?
あ、ブラザー、今すっごい失礼なことを言ったね。しかもカニカマボコしかないよ。全部カニカマボコだよ。
さあどのカニカマボコにするね。
誰よ、せかしちゃダメよ。焦っちゃうよ。緊張しちゃうよ。ゆっくりじっくり調べさせてよ。
Mayonnaise at him.
Kansai.com.
No fucking idea. I don't know.
The video you're about to see will provide you with many of the tools you'll need to become a sales leader for DivX, a product that will
I wanted to watch this because we never got DivX stuff in Australia. And, as far as I know, I would have been at uni at the time.
Digital camcorders, direct TV systems, digital phones, and the advent of digital television are all proof of consumer demand for digital products. The national launch of DivX is a continuation in this move to digital. As you probably know, DivX was developed by Circuit City. We have made this investment not only because DivX is great for consumers, but also because Circuit City is the nation's leading retailer of value-added consumer electronics. DivX fits with our mission to expose our customers to the newest technologies in a friendly manner. We are uniquely positioned to be the national leader in DivX sales. So I encourage you to take full advantage of this training package. In the 49-year history of our company, there has never been a product launch so important to all of us. I'm counting on each of you.
Right, let's look up Circuit City, see where they ended up.
Truly the best way to watch movies at home. And in the process, increase your earnings and continue to move Circuit City forward. So let's go sell some DivX. Thanks.
Circuit City. Okay, so it was a retail company specifically. Yep. Right. Okay, as a retail store, defunct in 2009.
Best way to watch movies at home.
Right. And 2016 as a full corporation. Okay, so they had a bit of a run.
Pictures
Just
and sound. The freedom of no returns and no late fees. The availability of hot feature titles.
So I guess this is just
the flexibility of
because I only really know of the codec. Like you always got
of an affordable home
your stuff
video collection
as the codec because that was the easiest, probably the most efficient way to compress video. You know, early to mid 2000s. Okay.
Get the picture? The DivX movie system uses DVD technology to create a brilliant digital picture.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been DVD quality though. Actually, no, I must admit, yeah, a lot of the
DivX movie
going
system
to the markets and getting
spectacular
like
digital
I
sound.
remember getting the VCDs back in the day, and yeah, the quality on them was pretty average.
Avoid that mad rush
for
to
the
rental
most
store.
part to get them
No
cheap
returns.
enough. Yeah, they'd have to
No
compress the
late
fuck
fees.
out of it and get it
One
on.
less thing to stress about.
Like an hour and a half movie on a
With
just
DivX,
one
you're always
CD.
sure to find the hottest new movie titles from top studios like Disney,
And yeah, usually
Paramount,
with
MGM,
garbage,
20th Century
garbage
Fox,
quality and
Universal, and
subtitles
DreamWorks.
as well.
DivX is different than a VHS rental because the viewing period doesn't start when you leave the store. It begins when you insert the DivX disc and press play, so you can watch your movie tonight, next week, or even months later. Every DivX movie comes with a 2-day viewing period. During that time, you can watch it as often as you like. Reverse, fast forward, skip from scene to scene. And you're always free to pause at any time. It's not just remote control, it's complete control.
And yeah, I guess there was specific. I vaguely remember there being specific players for it as well.
Each DivX movie costs about $4.50, making it easy and affordable to build a home DivX movie library of your own. Keep the movies you've watched. Buy movies you plan to watch in the future. So what do you do with the DivX disc after the viewing period ends? Add it to your DivX movie library. Get another 2 days of viewing for about $3.25 anytime in the future. Convert it to unlimited viewing for a one-time fee. Trade it with a friend. Recycle your disc. The fact is, you can do whatever you want. You own it. DivX gives you all the great features
Well,
you
you're
want
done
in a
if
home
you have to
viewing
keep
system.
paying to
The quality
rent
of
it.
digital pictures and sound.
So I guess this is when we were getting into the days of like
returns, no
actual
late fees.
DRM and stuff like that.
The
embedded
availability
in
of hot
stuff like
feature
this.
titles all the time. The flexibility of watching great movies
But
whenever
yeah, I
you
guess
want.
probably also, you know, cracked and
The convenience of an affordable
sorted
home
out
video
by,
collection.
by
All
less than
for about
savory people.
$4.50. Only $1 more than a VHS rental. Get the quality, the freedom, the availability, the flexibility, the convenience. Get the DivX digital movie system.
And yeah, it doesn't really seem that convenient if you have to buy
The
a
DivX
player
movie
for it
system,
as well. Like,
the
did this
best
thing
way to
actually
watch
play
movies at home.
DVDs as well? Like, what happened there?
So now you see why DivX is the biggest thing to happen to home movie viewing since the VCR and the video rental store. Quality and convenience, freedom and flexibility, affordability and availability. That's what DivX offers consumers. But let's take a moment to talk about the basics of DivX. DivX is a feature of DVD, not a separate format.
Oh, okay, okay.
Each DivX player starts as a basic DVD player and is capable of playing all basic DVD movies.
Yeah, but
What makes
probably
DivX
heaps
revolutionary
pricier than
is the
actual
encryption
DVD
technology
player, too.
in each DivX enhanced player.
What are they worth
It's this
nowadays?
technology that
30
enables
bucks?
consumers to
At
purchase
most.
these specially encrypted DivX movie discs for $4.49. And with
Actually,
that
if
purchase,
anything, it'd be
you
cheaper
get
than
quality, convenience,
like standalone
freedom,
set-top boxes because you can plug
and
hard drives
availability.
into there. They've all got USB
So with all these
now.
benefits going for it, you may be wondering, how do I start a conversation on DivX? Try these.
Do you ever rent movies? Have you ever paid a late fee on a video rental?
Have you ever gone to the video store and couldn't get the latest release?
Have you ever seen a grown man
movie
naked?
without watching it just to avoid the late fee?
Have you ever bought a movie thinking you'd watch it again and again, but only watched it once?
Those are just a few simple ways to
50
start a
of those on my
conversation
list, though,
about
isn't
DivX.
it?
And when you think about it, everybody that rents movies can benefit from DivX. So let your TV customers and your VCR customers and your home theater customers know about DivX. And once you start your conversation about DivX, you'll want to tell them all about the 5 major benefits. So with that in mind, let's check out some ways to explain to your customers
You
why
think the
DivX
easiest way to
is
shill it
the
as well
best way
would be
to watch
like to
movies at
be
home.
the
First,
dodgy guy in the
it's
trench coat in the
DVD,
shops just
so
going,
you're getting digital picture
buddy.
and digital sound.
Buddy.
Which gives you the
Like free
sharpest,
porn?
most
Don't
detailed
cheat
picture
porn?
available and
Come over
spectacular
here.
CD quality sound. The colors are more accurate. The edges are more defined. The sound rivals any theater around. The discs are small and never need to be rewound. Would you like to see what I mean?
You've got to show it for your customer to believe it. They'll be amazed.
You get great picture and sound with both DivX and DVD movies. DivX and DVD go hand in hand. For those movies you want to watch over and over again, $15 to $30 for DVDs probably makes sense. But for most of us who only want to watch a movie once or
50,
twice,
30
DivX is
bucks
the answer.
for a DVD,
You can
US
buy
money.
your favorite DivX titles
Okay,
for only
that's a lot.
$4.49 each.
And then there's the freedom of no returns and no
Oh, I
late
guess this
fees.
is like early
That's because DivX movies
2000s
are
when it
purchased,
was
not rented. So there are no
fairly
more
new
late night returns to
technology.
the video store and no more late fees. They're yours to keep. How does that sound?
Because yeah, even early 2000s,
So
I
now you've
remember
got DVD
never
quality,
paying more than
the
30
end of
bucks
returns,
for
and the
a
elimination of
DVD.
late fees. What could be better? Well, have you ever returned a movie without watching it because your time ran out?
With DivX, that will never happen again. The
Actually, no,
48-hour
I tell a
period
lie.
begins
I
when you
did
push
pay
play, not when
$100
you
for
leave the
a
store. And that could be the
Ranma
next day,
collection,
or the
which
next
was like
week,
2
even the next
seasons
year.
worth.
You can shop when it's
Which
convenient
wasn't
to
too bad.
shop and watch
Still got
whenever
the
you
DVD
want.
somewhere,
The
too.
choice is yours.
And we all love choices. On top of that, the hottest title should always be available.
That's because DivX movies are purchased, not rented. Popular titles are stocked to meet customer demand, so you should never have to go away frustrated or be forced to make a second choice.
And once you buy the movie, it's yours to keep and watch again if you choose.
DivX allows you to build a home movie library that you can rent again for around $3.25. Or if you find a movie that you're going to watch over and over, you can convert it to unlimited play for a one-time fee. You have all the choices without leaving your living room.
Now,
Now,
as with
notice
any
they haven't mentioned
revolutionary
this
concept,
one-time fee to
there will be
keep
some
the
resistance
movie.
and, of course, a lot of questions. So
Yeah,
let's take a
I
look at
have
some of the
plenty.
best ways to answer the most common questions about DivX.
So why doesn't DivX have widescreen and multiple angles and all that other stuff?
DivX can do widescreen and all the rest. It's still a DVD disc, but they found that consumer demand for it's just not there. Meanwhile, DivX can play DVD discs that contain those features.
So why does the player need to be hooked to the phone line?
The phone line is only used to
Oh,
initially
there's
register
the
the player
kicker.
and to handle billing. The phone line is never needed to watch movies. Twice a month, in the middle of the night, the player makes a toll-free call to a billing computer. And this call will never interrupt your phone use because the player disconnects as soon as you pick up the phone. And for your convenience, the player comes with
What's stopping
25
you from
feet
getting
of
to that
cord
exact
and
time
a
and then
splitter.
just, you know,
What if I don't have a credit card?
doing that
Well,
with
if you
the
don't have a
handset?
credit card, DivX accepts debit cards as well. And most banks now offer free debit cards with a checking account. Your DivX charges will show up on your credit card or your bank statement, and you can check your account anytime you want through the player.
What if DivX goes out of business?
That's a fair question. But here's the bottom line. It's almost impossible to believe that DivX could go under. DivX is supported by major
Okay.
movie studios like Disney, Universal, Fox, DreamWorks, Paramount, and MGM. And manufacturers like RCA, ProScan, Pioneer, Panasonic, JVC, and Harman Kardon. However,
Yeah,
should there be a
I'll
problem,
admit at least,
you would
you know,
still have a
80%
fully
of those
functioning DVD player that will still play your
manufacturers are still
existing
going.
DivX movies. Most importantly, when you see how DivX works, I think you'll agree
And yeah,
it's going to
most
be a
of the,
big hit.
film
And how does
companies.
the disc work? Does it download the movie?
No, the movie's on the disc, just like basic DVD. DivX movies just have an anti-piracy encryption built into the disc. There's a chip in the player that unscrambles the encryption, allowing it to be viewed on your player.
Aren't these disposable discs going to be bad for the environment?
Well, we don't think people are going to throw out perfectly good movies that can be watched again. We think people are going to want
Oh,
to
you'd
build
be
their own video
surprised.
libraries. But if they decide they don't want them, we have disc
Ever watch
recycling
demo
bins
discs
set up.
on Funhouse?
Actually, we think because you
Snap
can
discs
watch
all
them
the
again,
time.
people are going to want to give them away, trade them, even sell them at garage sales.
Doesn't Circuit City own DivX?
Yes, Circuit City owns a majority interest in DivX. In fact, they helped develop the technology that's now licensed to the companies that built the players.
What about the DivX Gold disc I've heard about?
DivX Gold movies are purchased ready for unlimited play, as
Yeah, I'm just
opposed
looking
to
up,
converting a disc to unlimited
DivX in
play.
particular,
The
yeah.
DivX Gold discs will only be produced if the studios desire them.
So when will the new DivX movies come out?
Movies on DivX will almost always be available on the same day they're released for VHS rental.
If DivX knows everything I watch and when, isn't that kind of like Big Brother?
Yes, DivX knows what DivX movies you're watching because it's part of the billing process. So does your
Oh,
local
you're a
video
fan of
store. and you rent from
1984,
there.
are you?
DivX strictly
We get
adheres
a
to the
lot of
National
DivX
Video
movies like that
Privacy
one.
Act, which forbids dissemination of viewer information without permission.
So how do I see what DivX is charging me?
Well, first, you have to authorize all transactions. And then the player shows you exactly how much a subsequent viewing or an upgrade to unlimited play costs. And you can review your account at any time to see your transactions for the last 3 months.
Given that these
Oh,
examples are only
okay.
the most
Sorry,
common
the actual
questions,
codec
you can see
itself
why
is
you'll need to
meant to
take
be
full advantage of all the
separate
information provided
from
in the
the
training
DivX
package.
company. Okay.
It's
okay.
designed to give you all the
Or the
details
DivX brand,
you
I
need
should say.
to handle any questions your customers may have. Remember that selling DivX puts you at the forefront of cutting-edge technology, quality, and convenience. So take the time to find out if
Oh,
your
okay,
customers
so
enjoy
it
movies.
did not last
And
long
if
at
they
all.
do,
Okay, so
let them know that their
at
time
least
has
June
come.
8th,
Because as you've
1998,
seen,
discontinued
DivX
June
is
16th,
the best way to
1991.
watch movies at home.
1999. The last a year and a week, basically. So what was the issue? Oh no. Oh yeah. We had this one, but it was on that one that I had the shit quality for, so yeah. We'll watch it again. Nice little Ultraman tribute too. Content scramble. Okay, the manufacturers went bankrupt before it was even released. Yeah, right on. Yeah, no, that sounds fair actually, because it's, oh man. Yeah, so, as far as I know, for Australia at least, like, DVDs didn't really pick up until about 2001. So I'm guessing it was just kind of too expensive, and that's why it fell flat. Oh, hang on, sorry, I just realised there's more of these. There's shit tons. Oh no, that's the one we saw, that's right. I'm loving the theme song too, by the way. I'll get you. Sweep all that dust up. I can't tell if was that just a big bunch of noodles that people sucked up? Alright. Bit hard to tell from the quality. Okay. Okay, no, I'll just... Yeah, so I'll point that out. For those not in the know, natto is fermented soybeans. So it's basically rotting soybeans, and it's apparently a great breakfast treat in Japan. Never had it, probably will not do it at any point. Just sounds gross. And especially, like, yeah, like you saw the stretchiness on it, like, they're putting something in it to do that, and it's probably fermenting it quicker. I don't know, just sounds gross. Working on that triple S rank. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that was clever. Oh yeah, we're up to Funhouse already. And we're switching again, we're going to do a British one with Pat Sharp instead of JD Roth. But yeah, I have a feeling we went a little bit shorter than we normally do. Yeah, not quite 2 hours.
Funhouse, wacky contests, messy games, the Fun Kart Grand Prix race,
and
a
that's
crazy chase
gross.
to win lots of prizes. Now here's the guy that puts the fun in Funhouse, Pat Sharp.
And that fucking glorious man. Holy fuck. He cuts it short in about 97 too, but my god, that's amazing.
Deliver the twins to the Funhouse. I'm the hard worker around here. Thanks a lot for joining us. Now I've got my makeup on, but
like I thought JD's mullet was amazing, but this one's
not with
pretty.
all the guns we've got in here. The Funhouse.
You saw him walking too, like you saw how well it flowed also.
So let's say hello to our twins. It is Melanie and Martina. Hello. I don't know who's who, but I do know our players. They look great. Bring them on.
Yes, bring us the children.
Yellows go first, Martina. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Who you got?
I have Kevin and Claire. They're from Countess Weir, and they put the 10 the Priory.
We started this good mullet too. That's no, that is Nelly, the mullet my uncle had around this time, late 80s. You don't have it anymore.
So it really is South against North this week, without a doubt. Kevin McGuinness, you're first. What do you want to do when you grow up, Kev?
I want to be either an animated artist or a naturalist, Pat.
Right, animated artist, so you'll be doing the old cartoons?
Yeah, Pat.
A lot of hard work?
I don't know.
Oh, it will be, I tell you, I've seen them. Watch them. Brilliant. Claire, nice to see you. Now, this is even more interesting. When you grow up, you want to be an
yeah, I'm trying to think what a naturalist does. Naturalist is basically a nudist, I know that.
More interesting, wouldn't it, I think? Probably. Fly higher, if nothing else. Gillian is on the red team from Falkirk. And what do you want to do when you grow up? This is even more interesting. I can't believe it's getting more interesting as we go along.
I want to be the first woman footballer for Falkirk.
Well, we wish you luck. You must let us know how you get on. And with you is also a bit of a football star, Graham McQueen, whose nickname is...
Tank.
Tank. Now, I mean, you're not exactly built like a tank. I mean, you're stronger than me, but who isn't? But why is that?
My football manager, he started calling me it for some reason.
You don't know why?
No, and then everybody else just calls me it now.
All right. And you're a bit of a football fan because you want to score the winning goal?
Against Celtic for Rangers.
All right. A few people might beg to differ on that one. Ooh. We'll find out a little bit later. But good luck to all our players today on the Funhouse. So here come those Funhouse facts. 3 fun-filled games, each one worth 25 points to the winning team. Now, I'll bring you guys back here. I'll ask you a bonus question each time, okay? So you get a chance to catch up if you're falling behind. Those are also worth 25 points. Then we have the Fun Car Grand Prix. That is absolutely gripping stuff. I got the checkered flag. I'm ready to give 25 points to the winner there. Then the one with the most points gets to go into the Funhouse, run round there, pick up on the prizes, and perhaps the power prize as well.
He's on something as well. It's not cocaine.
But I want you to kiss me quick. Let's go and do it.
I've just noticed, like, the bags under the eyes. There is a lot of blinking there.
Here's my little froggy, as you can see. Ready? Yes, he's just ready to go here because this game is all about the fact that girls always dream of kissing a frog and getting their prince. I know it doesn't often happen, and I don't think it will here today because these frogs have climbed out of the river here and have gone very gungy on the way up there.
He's probably, if anything, he's a drug addict, but he's probably functional enough to, like, you know, maintain that.
Grab a frog and then slide down on your bottom, give him a kiss, see if he turns into a prince. If not, whack him in the bin. The one with the most in the bins at the end will be the winner. I'll take this one with me because he's very upset. You see, he went to the library today and took out 25 books and didn't like any of them because he said, read it, read it, read it, read it.
Oh, that's terrible. Interesting to hear a Reddit joke before Reddit became a thing too. Okay, so you gotta climb up the slidey thing. Yep. This is an analogy for something. Yep. Meant to give him the kick. Knock the bucket over. Oh dear. Yeah, a bit bloody difficult, I'm not gonna lie.
Absolutely superb. You were all stars here.
Well, they managed, like,
you must have got a prince or two. Remember that
Probably
song by
two
Prince
at the
called
most,
Kiss?
yeah.
Now we know why he recorded it. Okay, we're going to count up the yellow ones first of all. How many have we got here? I'm treading very cautiously, as I always do in this. But
1.
Thank you.
And 2.
Thank you very much. 2 yellows. Now, we need 3 or more.
We have 1 and 2.
Oh, you almost did it. There was one other one on the floor. Bad luck to you. Let's re-jog the frog. What a rerun of the fun. 25 points apiece, 2 frogs each. Okay, let's see who can jump ahead for the first time today. It's a boys' question. This is also worth 25 points. And seeing as you're very clean, you better do very well here for your respective girl partners. We played Kiss Me Quick, and a baby frog is a tadpole, a baby hare is a leveret. What is a baby horse called? Yellows.
Oh. Calf.
No.
Foal.
Foal is right. You're a bit of a cow.
I love that he couldn't pick it up from the accent. I'm sorry, no, it's not a fool. It's a fur.
So it's 25 yellows in the lead with 50, the red team.
Yeah, like the name for a baby hare is literally just dropped out of my head.
Messy as the girl. So everybody would like to come and join us for game number 2.
Oh, what
Now,
have we got
Mr. and
playing
Mrs.
here?
Dracula are well upset, you see, because they went out for the day to get some shopping and they came back and they found that all their blood is being stolen. Their precious supplies of blood, which is in here, is being gunged away by these horrible bats. There's a bat here just hiding in the blood trying to get it all. Look at it. Ah. So
oh, fucking hell,
what?
what?
Do is get rid of the
Put on the
bats,
ears
okay?
and
So it'll be
fangs
your
as
job,
well.
guys, to get in there. I think with your teeth it'll be a lot more fun. Pass it on to Mrs. Drac, whose teeth are just gorgeous. Oh, yeah, never seen a brace on
You see
teeth like
Ozzy
that.
Osbourne
Brilliant.
walk in, just
Then
going...
it'll be your job to get it into the buckets in 45 seconds. The one with the most bats in the buckets is the winner. So, Batman no, Patman says go!
Probably Pat Steele, if anything. Oh, yep. This is how all the golf start. It's all this on TV. And all the boys are just like, Fucking really? God, this is genuinely starting to look more fetishy than the American one. Wow. Oh no, I didn't have a bat that time. And I like that too, like, yeah, apparently the cheerleaders changed a few times for the American one, but apparently the British one,
I hope Nora's watching. Okay, we'll count
the
red
main
ones
two
up
stuck
first of all
around
and
for the
see
whole
how many
thing.
we've got. Chuck 'em out, Mel.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But yeah, I think we might watch a few more of these, and we'll check out the they've done like a reunion special. But this one kind of like what they did with Nightmare.
In a minute because she's put them back in the blood. We need 8 or more for the yellow team. Good luck, guys. Count them up.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You've done it! Congratulations! Let's reflood the blood. Gungy indeed, and 25 points to the yellow team. So it's level pegging now for North and South. Here's a girl's question to see who's going to go into the lead. In which cartoon version of the Dracula story on television does the vegetarian hero, helped by Nanny and Eagle, fight
Oh,
Goose
Count Dracula.
Reds.
Count Dracula.
Count Dracula's right, 25 points, yeah! 50 yellow, 75.
Not really an educational question, but I guess it's nice I put it in there.
It's our last game now, just ahead of the Fun Kart Grand Prix. Kevin and Graham are going to do some boxing as you've never seen them do it before, and that is, if you know what I mean. Come and see this.
Oh dear.
Now, the reason I say it's different is not only because they are blindfolded. How do you do? I don't know which hand to shake hands with here. I've got a bit of a problem. Mainly because they've got 6 different arms. That'll make it a lot easier to get these buttons off
It's
here.
almost like the early version of
body.
arms on the
Can't see
Switch,
exactly
isn't
where
it?
you're swinging it, so wait till I get out the way. And knocking the buttons off. The one with the most buttons left at the end is obviously the winner, so I wish you luck. Oh, today's key game, so that means there'll also be points for the runners-up. Now, as I do just shake hands with you and wish you luck and wish you all luck and wish you luck and wish you luck and wish you luck and the same to you, I should point out boxing is obviously very worrying for a lot of people, but don't worry at home, this game is quite harmless. On we go. I'm going to ring that bell.
Oh.
Go!
Nice that they chucked in a little PSA there. Oh, this is so silly. Get yellows done well. Don't even really have to hit him with the arms, just sort of brush your chest up against him. Hey, Jack Warner. This is the British version of Funhouse. Seems to be a little bit more fetishy than the American version. Apparently they have to knock the balls off the chest with their rubber arms, the plastic arms. But yeah, oh, yep, knocked down.
That is it, there is no more. Everybody has been knocked over, so we'll just sit him up here quietly and we're going to count them up. How many have the yellows got left?
We got 3 left.
All right, well, you've beaten the reds because they've got 2 left.
The poor bloody kid, dude, legit looks like he's about to cry every time you look at him. Oops.
So, Mr. McGuinness in the yellow corner wins.
I don't know, it seems like they're having fun. Just
so 2 points for 2
yeah,
to the
like
red
the
team.
games are pretty fetishy. Like the last one they did was picking rubber bats out of a pool full of blood with their teeth,
Right,
and then having to pass it to their
Best game
partner.
I've seen in weeks. Love that. Now, if a boxer is knocked down, how many seconds is he allowed to get up again before he's counted out reds?
8.
8 is wrong.
10.
10 is right. More points for the yellow team. The score now, 77 reds, 100. The yellows are in the lead.
Okay. Oh my god, yeah, the main.
Ready to go?
So this the British host is named Pat Sharp, and just this thing is glorious. It flows. It's better than Fabio's, I've got to admit.
Yes, we are on for it once again. All got your helmets on? All tight.
And yeah, they get motorized go-karts in their version.
And there are
Cool.
2 laps. The fun cars have been tuned to perfection by our mechanics, so you can drive them round and grab these. That's what it's all about, the legendary tokens. White's worth 25, green's worth 10. The whites are on the top of the sticks, okay? So I suggest they're the ones that you go for. Feeling good?
Yeah.
Ladies first?
Yep.
To your fun card. Let's get the Grand Prix underway. You lot get a cheer?
Yeah.
This should do the trick. Red,
And I can tell at the engines, they're literally running on like 2-stroke engines. So yeah, not much power to them. But yeah, they don't seem to do like Funhouse. The American version of Funhouse changes this format up because they've got like push go-karts, but they do ones like they have to do other things as well as racing around the track. Oh yeah, that was the only extra thing they had to do. Like you had to do like a pretend pit change to change the wheels over and stuff. Yeah. But the least fetishy part of the game, thankfully.
Congratulations to them. You grab the tokens, we'll go and award those points. Come on.
Yeah.
What a great race. I love that one. Yellow team, congratulations. Everybody's here. 25 points to the yellows. Well done, the count is where. Should we count up the... I'll go to the reds first, I think. Give Sister Mel a chance. We'll have the mean greenies. These are worth 10 points each. So, bink at home like this.
Yeah, we kind of missed out in Australia, I must admit.
Like, have to do better on this one. You ready?
We had one called Amazing. So for the most part, it was trivia questions. There was a giant keyboard you had to do your answers on. They played a little bit of Mario Kart, and they did go through an obstacle course, but it would have been at least a quarter of the size of the Funhouse one.
That was good.
But we liked it, yeah. It sort of had its own appeal at the time.
But they belong to you. That's why they're yellow tents.
But yeah, I must admit they didn't do any of, like, you know, dip your hand in the goo, put goo on other children sort of thing.
75, 100 total score yellows.
Which I'm kicking myself. Actually, no, I'm probably glad I missed out on that, because, yeah, I would have had a few more fetishes awakened based on this episode alone, if anything.
Your Funhouse consolation packs full of goodies. Have a great weekend, and well done to the Reds.
Backpacks. That's what the runners up get.
So, if you two are going in there, and you are today's superstars, I guess you want to know exactly what lies in store for you, right?
Yep.
The details on those prices coming now, and everybody, please come and join us.
Yeah, they were disappointed. Oh yeah, computer chess, ice skates. Yep. Skating boots. Mystery tour. Okay. Oh, the mystery tour for the children. Yeah. Watch. Scrabble and dictionary. Pockets. Well, you need that in Britain. It's cold. Pencils. Jewelry? Okay. Ooh, Eurythmics. Nice. Yeah. Actually, no, I can't remember if we had Eurythmics on... We definitely had the greatest hits, but it was either on cassette tape or CD. I can't remember. Yeah, good shit. Annie Lennox knows the stuff.
Now, Kevin and Claire have really done particularly well to get here. South beats North so far, but it's
but
not
yeah, so the prizes on the British version aren't quite as good. Like, I think the main draw card on the American one was like a trip to Florida, which was pretty good. And like, yeah, having your own phone line and a phone contract for a year or something.
By taking these lessons on your very own windsurfing board.
Windsurfing lessons in fucking Britain. Yeah, righto.
And by the way, one each, okay? You don't have to share it, anything like that. You get one each of all these prizes. We know what it is.
Any wonder they got fucking, yeah. The super thick wetsuits for the Arctic weather.
No, see, we didn't show you. We just showed everybody at home and all our audience here. And Martina knows already because she hid it. But we need to know how you're going to find it. And there's only one thing that'll tell you you've got the power prize. It's this. Now, apart from being a very strange noise and making me look very weird, because I have to make that noise before the show and record it, that will show you that you've got the power prize. I stop kicking, please. Yellow's always like this when they win. You haven't won quite yet.
I like, yeah, like Pat Sharp's kind of winning me over because he's got
high five, come out, so on
this, like the same amount of charm as JD, but just in more of a British style.
Halfway to getting the power prize. I'll ask you a question. If you get that right, then you've got it, your very own self.
Oh yeah, they get one last question.
Right, so you'll be going first. What would you like, Kev?
I'd like a gold chain, and I'd like the clock radio.
I'd like the pinball gold chain, please.
The wax jacket, and the power prize.
Oh, the power prize. You're not fussy with the power prize. Okay, feet on the steps. This was, I say, will take everybody into a weekend. You've got 2 minutes to run round our funhouse. On your marks, get set, go!
Trips over immediately. Yep. 99 lift balloons. Yep, covered in glitter. I must admit, I like the American one, because for the, yeah, definitely a lot of Takeshi's Castle to it, for sure. A little less violent, but, you know, similar. No, I like the American version, because there's a co-host called Tiny, who basically, like, hides up in the obstacle course somewhere and, like, just starts spraying you with silly string or seltzer water when you come into contact with him. Did he actually get lost? Did he get lost in the fucking spinny tube? Really? Yeah, you missed one. Fucking go back. There you go. Pop over. Fuck it looks a bit harder than the bloody, the American one. No, you missed one. There's one back up there. There's like fucking 2 you missed. Oh, shit. Try not to drown in that foot of water. I can go back through for another one. Okay. Yeah, let's see how you go in like 7 seconds. Sure. Oh, yep, snuck in the last one. Cool.
Come on back here. Where's he gone to? Now, come on, you. Oh! Oh! Oh, dear. Well done, Kev. Welcome back. I got stuck in the car wash for a minute. Congratulations. Claire, well done to you as well. You've got many a prize tag. I've got the old microscope still. You can't have that one because that was mine at the beginning. But you can have all of these, and it's one each as well, okay? So let's see what you got. The clock radio. You wanted that, didn't you? Come on, talk to me now. Yes, yes. Basketball set. One each. The outdoor jacket, never wear it indoors, but you get one each. Cassette tokens, mystery tour each, and the gold chain each, which is what you wanted. Give them a cheer. And give them a cheer for this, because I heard the power prize noise. Bring it on, Melanie!
Yeah, they did alright.
So,
and yeah, they win the big one if they get this question right.
Okay, so you don't sweat too much, because this is pretty nerve-wracking. If you want the windsurfer each, and that is a great prize,
the windsurfer, yeah, right.
10 seconds in which to think about it, confer, and give me an answer. So please don't shout out your first answer, because it will ruin it if it's wrong. Ready? The name Scandinavia describes a number of northern countries which are often very, very cold.
Where's CP when you need him?
Can you name 3 countries of Scandinavia?
Okay, Norway, Sweden, Finland. Easy.
Norway, Sweden, and Denmark.
We've got some winners! Candice, we are the winning team. They're yellow this week. Thanks a lot for making our House a Fun house.
Congratulations on your windsurfers, kids. Oh, that was different. That was nice to have a bit of a change from the American one, definitely. But, yeah, unfortunately, that's all we sort of got planned for tonight. I was trying to do these a little bit shorter. I might start doing these later just to, rope in the American and Europe guys.
Bank holiday Bradley
They always seem to come in late. But, yeah, I will be putting this straight up on the YouTubes. There is the YouTube channel. And yes, very 90s. Ah, thank you. I like you got the my emoticon going. Thanks, mate. And yeah, fucking Discord as well. Why not? Discord link is there as well. But yeah, that'll be it for tonight. Thanks for hanging out, Jack Moore. To everyone else, thanks for chilling. Sorry we didn't have much of Bernard. He's, passed out asleep on his towel. But yeah, we'll catch you guys probably Tuesday, likely. Right, see you guys.